Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a top 10 video, first ever on my channel. This is also part of a homework assignment for me, so please feel free to let me know how I did down in the comments below. And in case you can't tell from what's on the table, this is going to be a top 10 video on my favorite Legos from 2020 to 2025. Please feel free to leave a comment. I also want to say that this list could potentially change based on some rumors we've heard about a potential Lego Death Star that's coming out in the fall of 2025, as long as you're willing to spend $1,000 at least. But here we go, and we're gonna start it off with number 10. Coming in at number 10, we have the Dune Ornithopter. This one is a little bit more of a difficult build, but I do really like it. Like I said, it is from the motion picture Dune. Comes with about 10 minifigures. Unfortunately, we don't have them on display right now, but it does have some actual movement in this set. So you can actually flip the switch and then actually make the wings articulate a little bit. And that's my number 10. Coming in at number 9 is the Super Mario 3 build with Mario riding Yoshi. This set is inspired from the actual video game for the Super Nintendo. It has the more 8-bit design pixelation, and it's also able to do some movement to make it look like it's actually in the game. On top of that, Yoshi's tongue is also able to articulate, come out and try to get an apple. When building this set, I found it fairly easy, maybe a little bit more difficult for younger children. Coming in at number 8, we have the Lego Botanical Collection. While not as flashy as some of the other sets that will be on this list, I really like this one for your overall home decor. This set includes a Lego orchid, a chrysanthemum, a bamboo sprout, and a plum blossom. Now all of these are their actual own individual sets, so you will need to buy each one, but I grouped them together because they are part of the Botanical Collection from Lego. Really good centerpieces or something to place on your mantle or on a bookshelf. Relatively easy build. I would say that most people would be able to build this one. Coming at number 7 on our list is the Lego UCS X-Wing. For those of you that aren't familiar with Lego, UCS just means Ultimate Collector Series. With Ultimate Collector Series products, they are usually more expensive, have more pieces, and are usually more detailed and larger. I really like this one. It's the first UCS set on this list. It's from episode 4, 5, and 6. It's Luke's X-Wing, one of the most iconic ships in the Star Wars universe. Who wouldn't love it? It also has a little bit of mobility, as being able to lock the wings into attack position is one of the key features. Overall, I would say this build was fairly difficult just because of the internals and the moving parts. Coming in at number 6, we have the sister set to the Lego UCS X-Wing, and that is the UCS TIE Interceptor. This set released at the same time as the X-Wing. This just features a ship from a different faction in the Star Wars universe, that being the Empire as opposed to the Rebellion. This ship, as a child, I've always liked the Interceptors. I think they always looked a little bit cooler than the X-Wings. That's kind of why I've ranked this one a little bit higher. The build was honestly not quite as difficult as the X-Wing, but still had its own challenges. Coming in at number 5, we have Jabba's Sail Barge. This is another UCS set and one of the newest on the list. This one came out just over a month ago. I really like this one. Mostly it's just recency bias, but because of the playability with it. This one is actually one of the few sets that I have shown that has actually a lot of playability factor if you actually want to take the set and do something with it. You can take down all the sides and show off the interior, as well as taking off the top to get a little more interior light. It came with a ton of minifigures, such as Jabba, C-3PO, Leia, and some of Jabba's minions. Overall, build-wise, it was fairly easy compared to other UCS sets. It was more just time-consuming because of the number of pieces. Coming in at number 4, we have the Legend of Zelda Great Deku Tree Lego set. This is the only Legend of Zelda Lego set in the entire Lego catalog. I put this at number 4 for a couple of reasons. One being because I really like the Legend of Zelda, and 2 being because of how awesome the set itself actually is, including some exclusive minifigures, including a Master Sword, Link, Zelda, as well as some really cool Easter eggs that are hidden throughout the entire set if you are familiar with The Legend of Zelda. On top of that, it's a 2-in-1 set, meaning that with the pieces that are supplied, there are 2 different variants of this build that you can build. One of the Deku trees from either the Ocarina of Time or Breath of the Wild. I opted for the Breath of the Wild build just because it's a little bit bigger and has some cooler looking features. Coming in at number 3, we have the UCS Star Destroyer. This is one of the first UCS sets that really set the standard for what a UCS build could be. As you can see, it's massive, it has a ton of pieces, it's very detailed. It's also one of the most iconic science fiction ships of all time. This is one of my favorite builds. Still is not quite as good as the top 2, but absolutely love this build. It was very difficult to build because of the internals. Overall, amazing build though. Sitting at number 2 is the LEGO UCS Venator Star Destroyer. Some of you may be asking why this one comes in front of the regular Star Destroyer. I would say that since this set came out after that one, they really learned from the building technique of that one and really refined it in the Venator. It was a much easier build and it feels much sturdier than the original Star Destroyer. Also, just my own personal preference, I grew up with the Clone Wars era of Star Wars being my childhood movies. That's why this one ranks a little bit higher. Overall, very good build, lots of pieces, awesome detail. Rounding out our top 10 list is the LEGO AT-AT. This set is incredible. This is by far the most detailed, heaviest, most pieces of any LEGO set, besides maybe the Eiffel Tower build. Absolutely love this build. It has a really awesome interior where you can store all of your Snow Trooper minifigures. Those unfortunately do not come with the set. That's something that you will have to purchase after the fact. Overall, this build has some incredible detail, is awesome to look at. I absolutely love this build. It also is one of the more difficult builds from LEGO. Just to give you perspective, I built this LEGO set while I was watching the Marvel Universe movies. I started with Iron Man 1 and got all the way to Endgame and passed, I think it was actually into the Captain America shows on Disney Plus before I was able to finish this one. That just shows you how much detail, how many pieces, and how much time it takes to build this one. If you're looking for one of the best Star Wars, and in my opinion, LEGO sets out there, this is an absolute must-buy as long as you can swallow the price. Thank you for watching my top 10 video, you guys. If you made it this far, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share. Once again, this is for a homework assignment. Please feel free to let me know how I did down in the comments. And obviously, if you don't agree with my list or you do agree with my list, let me know. Thanks for watching.